Hey everybody, welcome to Make Movies Now. My name is Charles, I'm your host, and today we're going to learn how to do this camera hologram effect in Davinci Resolve. So if you're new to the channel, thanks for checking it out. This channel is dedicated to folks like you who want to be a better filmmaker, video editor, videographer using Davinci Resolve. Let's dive into Davinci. And here we are in Davinci Resolve 16.2.7. I've got my clip in the timeline 1 here. And there's 3 different pieces that we're going to need for this effect. If you scrub through the timeline, you've got the first piece of me putting my arm out in front of a white-black backdrop, in front of a white background. And then 2 is placing the camera into my hand. We're going to use this shot for a freeze frame effect to get the hologram. And then 3 is I lowered my hand to sell the effect as if it was dropping into my hand. So we're going to do with this clip here, we're going to do Control-C, make a copy of it. We're going to bring this up right on top, and just to the spot where everything is stopped. Here we go. Now with our mouse, we're going to right click, and we're going to go to Change Clip Speed. And we're going to do Freeze Frame. And then we don't need the rest of this shot here, so we're going to delete this. Oops. You want to make sure when you delete something, if you want the rest of it to stay, to hit backspace. If you hit delete like I did, it'll do a ripple delete and everything will move forward a little bit to fill up that space. So make sure in this effect, use backspace. So here we are, we've got the frozen effect here. What we're going to do is we're going to take this clip, bring it over into the color tab. And now that we're in the color tab, we're going to need to cut a hole out for the camera. And so what we're going to do is on the top right, you can see there's not a node tree or a node section open for me. So you click on the node button here, and you'll see we use nodes compared to a layer-based system, but the idea still stays the same. So for this effect, we're going to need an alpha output. So right click again on your mouse to get the drop-down menu. Click here for Add Alpha Output. That'll create the little blue dot on the right. I'm going to connect the blue dot to the blue square, and then this effect will then come through to back to the edit page. And so what we're going to do is create a little hole. We're going to use our scroll wheel here on our mouse, and in the middle we're going to go to the Windows tab, drop down to the pen tool at the bottom, click on that, go back up to the top, and create your window. And so you can see this top clip here, the only thing that we've got remaining is what's inside of our window, and the rest of it has disappeared. So now we're going to bring it back into the Edit tab here. Now in order to animate this, we're going to use some keyframes and move and reposition the camera a little bit. We don't need the camera on the last half of the shots. We're going to move this over here. We're going to bring this down just a little bit so I can match up where this falls. Right there. And also we're going to need to cut out this page here. Blade for B, or you can tap on the B button on your keyboard for the blade tool. We're going to cut this piece here, and then we're going to scrub a little bit again, right until when I drop it, right there. B again, blade is cutting. Click on the A for your pointer. We're going to highlight that, and then we're going to click the delete, which will ripple delete and bring everything back in. So now, what we've got so far is the camera on top, my hand coming out, and then the fake effect for me making it look like I'm dropping it. We're going to change this a little bit here. Cut this out just a small bit. So for this top piece, we're going to need this to be animated a little bit. So we're going to bring this up. We can position it in the Inspector tab here and bring it up here. Perfect. Bring the opacity back up. And then to animate it, to make it look like it's floating, you're going to click on a keyframe. This is a little diamond here on the right. Click that. You know what? Let's start at the beginning here. Nope, let's start here. We'll start here, and then you're going to go a few frames forward. You can move this around a little bit. A few more frames again. Move this around. And you'll notice every time that I make a change here in the inspector, this little red diamond will pop up. It automatically creates a keyframe for us. And then as the camera is dropping, we're going to want to make it look like it comes pretty quick. So go here, and then position this right here. There we go. So now I got this moving around, and it drops. Boop. But then we don't need it here, of course. So then once it drops, and then we can just use the blade tool again and cut that. And then backspace to delete. Here's what we got. Boop. There you are. So we can use a few different effects to change this. In the edit page, you can add some scan lines. And then back in the color page, you can change the color. You can do some of this as well in the Fusion tab, but just to make it a little bit simpler, we're going to switch back over to the color tab. And then with this one selected here, we're going to bring this offset, the primary wheel here, into the green, blue, whatever you see fit. Let's make it a little bit greener here. There we go. And then we're going to add an effect down here to scan lines and plop that on. And then on the right side under the inspector, you'll see where it says open effects. This will be for the special effect we just added, and you can play around with some of these here, kind of line frequencies, sharpness, etc. However you see fit. And then here's what we've got. So I hope this was helpful. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop me some feedback. Hit the like button below. Drop some comments in the comment section below as well. Anything you'd like to see in Davinci Resolve, any comments on the video here. Make sure to subscribe button if you want to see more content that I put out, and the bell notification so you get notified every time that those things get uploaded. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you next time. Hey everybody, welcome to Make Movies Now. My name is Charles. I'm your host, and today we're going to learn how to just do this.